The number of migrants arriving in Europe has plummeted in the past year as the pandemic has closed borders and prevented the movement of people. But that hasn't stopped the issue remaining a hot political topic, with the EU now suggesting it wants to take further action against those countries that refuse to take back their citizens, threatening them with visa restrictions in the future.
Well, this is a new tool that we have at our disposal, is the so-called visa code that in a way allows us to assess a number of 35 third countries to see their degree of cooperation that would in turn determine our granting of visas. This is a new facility. We are now in the first phase of assessment, so we just completed the assessment of these countries, and we will come with proposals and action in June. And this process is ongoing, so I wouldn't like to go now into individual countries, but this is an important new tool to build up the external dimension of migration policy.
The list of countries has not been made public, but according to Portuguese officials, Turkey appears to be on it, amid a breakdown of the 5-year agreement that allowed for migrants to be returned from the Greek islands in exchange for political concessions and billions in EU funding. The deal, which had no legal bearing, has since been frozen. But for Oxfam and other NGOs, the focus should be elsewhere.
There absolutely needs to be international cooperation between neighboring countries and richer countries. The fact of the matter is that most refugees in the world are living in poor countries very close to home. The ones who are making the journey to the European Union are doing it mostly because there are not enough resettlement spots that allow them to arrive here through an organized mechanism. These people, if they have a right to stay in the European Union, if they are refugees, there's no reason to send them back anywhere else. That is only increasing their difficulties and making their lives a lot more complicated than they should be.
This EU plan is clearly an attempt to pile pressure on the political elites in some of the world's poorest countries, with policies that would affect them personally. But it is also a sign of the pressure the Commission feels it's under to solve the most difficult of political problems, with further details expected to be revealed in a few months. Darren McCaffrey, Euronews, Brussels.